is my everyday jewelry tour. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celesta. We talk about all things luxury shopping and handbags. If you love those things, make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I do post videos every week. Okay, so this was highly requested. So I asked you guys on my Instagram if you wanted to see a everyday jewelry tour and a little wish list, or if you wanted to see my entire jewelry collection. And a lot of you guys requested for the everyday jewelry, and I also recently got my second engagement ring, so I figured we'll just kind of lump it all in together and chat about it. Okay, so I figured we would start with earrings, so I guess we'll move this down. But today I am wearing my Park Gems cherub earrings. I've been wearing these a lot probably since I got them. They are $300, solid gold, love them, and they're just bold enough, but they kind of give a little bit more of a statement. Before I was wearing these Majuri gold huggy hoops, and I was wearing these nonstop for probably 2-3 years. They look really crusty inside, so be warned. But I love how these look. I actually gave all of these to my bridesmaids, and again, these are solid gold and they are very lightweight, and because they're a fully enclosed hoop, it doesn't get caught in your hair. It's very comfortable to sleep in, and so I really don't have issues with these. I love how these look, and they are just they're just enough. These currently retail for $178, and then in my description box below I do have a discount code with Majuri. And then my last pair of everyday, but these are a little bit more dressy. So I feel if I'm looking at what I wear the most, it would either be these Majuri hoops, either they're on and I never take them off, or these Park Gems cherub earrings. And then occasionally for more of a dressier look, or if I'm wearing a strapless top and I want it a little bit more fun. These are also from Park Gems. These are the gold bar dangle earrings, I want to say. I'll leave them linked in the description box below, but these retail for $198. Again, love how these look. They're just a very simple gold earring, but with a little bit more. So that's what they look like. They're not too long. It doesn't get caught in your hair, and overall I do really like these, but these are just not as worn because I do have to take them off, and I feel if you know anything about me and jewelry, if I take it off, I'm not putting it back on. Moving over to jewelry. I get a lot of questions on this necklace. This is the knot necklace from Tiffany. I got this last year for my birthday, and I feel I'm almost always wearing this one. If I'm not wearing this one, before that I was wearing the Atlas collection, which is now discontinued, which is actually really upsetting. But this is in rose gold, so a little bit different than this one. This one is in yellow gold, and I do love how lightweight this piece is over this one. This one I feel I actually have to take it off quite a bit, especially if I'm going to Pilates or anything. This just hits my chin, and it's pet peeve of mine. The knot necklace currently retails for $5,100, and then the Atlas is now discontinued. I did hear from my sales associate that there are certain stores that still have very limited stock, so if that is something that you're interested in, definitely go and run and get it. But I believe this was about $1,000 when we got it, maybe 2 or 3 years ago at this point. I absolutely love this necklace. This itself is quite a statement, but then also at the same time I'm able to stack it. I think in the future I would love to get a tennis necklace. I love my tennis bracelet. I do want just a more dainty tennis necklace that I can stack with, so I feel that would look really good if I were to stack it together. Overall, love this necklace. 10 out of 10 recommend, and I think you should get it. Moving over to bracelets, I pretty much only wear these two bracelets. One is my Van Cleef Alhambra. It's a sweet Alhambra in rose gold. That was the first one that I got. I used to actually stack it with a different bracelet, but I really like this. I do have it on the tightest setting, so it doesn't move around too much. I think that's my only pet peeve. It's not the most comfortable being on the tightest setting, but if it was any looser, the motif would just flop down on my wrist, so it would constantly just look like this, and I kind of don't love that, so it does have to be on the tightest setting. The Sweet Alhambra is currently $15.20, and I believe I got it for Valentine's Day a couple years ago, but I pretty much never take it off. I think my entire wrist, I don't take it off. Once it's on, it's on. And the tennis bracelet I did get last year. The tennis bracelet is from Yadav. It is I think 2 to 2.5 carats, I want to say. So it's still like relatively dainty for the most part. And it's one of those bracelets that like I leave on and I never really think about. And I love the way it looks. I did shorten it slightly. I know tennis bracelets are supposed to like dangle a little bit more, but it was just getting like kind of inconvenient. So I think this length is perfect. And I just love, love, love this stack. I would also like to add like something like a bangle to it, but I'm also a little bit worried because I don't take any of this off. Like it might be too heavy for my wrist. So overall, this is perfect. I'm honestly so glad that I never got like a love bracelet or the Justin Clue, like kind of the standard luxury jewelry, if you will. Like obviously the Van Cleef is like relatively basic, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't get those, because if you were to look at the price of the love bracelet or the Justin Clue, how fat of a tennis bracelet you could get for that same price, I think I'd rather have that over a love bracelet or something like that. Okay, moving on to rings, which is probably like the most anticipated, if you will. I do have 2 engagement rings. I don't wear both at the same time. This is just for the video, but I figured we would start with my first engagement ring. This is my engagement ring from Yadav. This is the ring that we designed together, and part of the reason why I went with this one instead was because when I was like pinning everything on Pinterest and, you know, designing what I want my ring to look like, this is exactly what I envisioned. I envisioned a gold band covered in, I have a 6-prong round diamond with on the prongs and on the gallery rail, so a hidden halo. And I loved the look of this, and this was like my dream ring. I thought it was beautiful, and unfortunately for me, I also found out that pave on the band is probably not the most comfortable, especially for longer periods of time. So I found myself like not really wearing this like around the house. Well, in general, I don't really wear like either rings around the house that much, but like I found this ring like just rubbing my fingers together, it was just like not the most comfortable, but I still love it. I think there's still so much like sentimental value behind it, and this one is my more everyday ring. And I know it sounds insane when I say that I did recently get another ring, which is my emerald. I did get this through Rowan, and as much as it doesn't look like custom, every aspect of this piece was custom designed, to the point where she was like, oh, like what basket do you want? She sent over 5 different baskets. How do you want your prongs? Do you want them rounded or do you want them straight? Do you want them claw prongs? And so every aspect of this ring was just so well thought out, so well designed, and even down to my wedding band, because Shay at Rowan designed my wedding band as well. If you follow me on either TikTok or Instagram, you know about the story, but I waited a little bit too long to do my wedding band. I waited 3 weeks to do my wedding band before we left, and I was like, oh, that should be enough time, because my engagement ring took 2 weeks. So in my head, I was like, you need 2 weeks to do a ring. Like, it's not difficult. And joke's on me, because Yadav, who did my engagement ring, was like, sorry, we can't accommodate this. And I texted Shay at Rowan, and she is actually one of my really good friends, best friends, and she was also going to that friend's wedding. So if you remember, I went to a really good friend's wedding in Tuscany right before our wedding, and Shay was there because she was the maid of honor. And I texted her and I was like, hey, what are the chances you can make me 2 wedding bands before we leave for Italy? And she was like, don't worry, I got you. And bless her soul, she designed this wedding band for me. They are east-west emerald cut on a gold band. There's 5 emeralds on it, and at first like was hoping that the emeralds would go all the way like halfway around the band, so it'd be like a half eternity. And then now that I actually have it, and knowing what I don't like about the pave on the other ring, I'm so glad that right on the sides of the ring, like where my fingers close, that's where the gold starts. So it looks like it is a half eternity without having the gap in between your fingers, also not having the rough edges rub against the sides of your fingers. So I'm really glad that I did this. And originally, if we were to stack it like this was my original wedding stack. Love her. I have nothing negative to say about this. I think it is so pretty. But when I was ring shopping, I was really stuck between knowing that I had always envisioned getting a round diamond, but then also trying on the emerald and loving it. So I have both now. Am I crazy? Maybe a little bit, but it's fine. I love how this looks, and I think my experience with Shay has just truly been amazing. She designed the width of this new ring to match the wedding band perfectly, so it sits completely flush. Like, how many jewelers have that attention to detail? Like, it's insane. But enough rambling about my wedding rings and everything like that. I do have 2 other rings that I do wear, not as much as I used to, I think, but I still wear them. So this is the Tiffany T ring. This used to be $900 and it is now $12.50, which is kind of crazy. And then I used to wear this on my left hand, and then obviously this has my other rings now. And then I also have this signet ring from Majuri. I love, love, love this ring. Like, this ring is just so easily stackable with anything, and I love just wearing it on my pinky like this. And this was only like $400, I want to say. So yeah, that is the ring stack. I don't wear both at the same time. I know I kind of joked, I was like, oh yeah, I could totally wear like both of these at the same time. This is obnoxious. Like, I can't do that. But I do love both rings, and I'm glad I got to have both. I think the next thing on my wish list, it would either be a tennis necklace, very dainty, very demure, like just very casual and very easily stackable. Shay was recommending around like 6 carats. I think that's kind of the, like, enough to see it, but not enough to like be like blinding in your face and it's like overpowering your outfits. I also think with my original engagement ring, I want to maybe design like a ring jacket. I saw this on TikTok, but I went down this entire rabbit hole on Reddit, on Pinterest, on YouTube, everything, and I couldn't really find anything exactly like it. But I did see a TikTok where someone designed a ring jacket which opened up like a claw like this. You slide your original ring inside and then it closes up. So I want to design maybe something like a very chunky gold, and then it almost encloses the rest of the ring. So you still see the center stone, but it's also surrounded by just like a chunky gold. Then that way it's like a little bit less weird if I were to wear it on one on each hand. But I still want to be able to take it out of the jacket so I can wear it just like this as well, because this still has so much sentimental value and I still love the classic look of this. I just don't know if I love the pave on the band. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was fun for you. I've kind of been in my jewelry era recently. Like, the reason why I haven't been buying that many designer handbags is really because I'm in my jewelry era. I've been loving all of the new earrings, necklaces, like different pieces that brands are coming out with, and I feel like I'm leaning more towards like smaller brands like Park Gems and Rowan and like different brands like that, because I'm looking at Tiffany's. I'm going into Tiffany's because my friend works there quite a bit, and I'm going into Cartier and Bulgari and everything like that, and they're not coming out with anything new. They're not coming out with anything fun, and I just feel like I'm kind of in my jewelry era and I want something a little bit more fun, a little bit more unique, and the pricing and the quality align. Like, I don't want to be paying $6,000 for something that like is just not really worth $6,000 if you were to take the brand out of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what is next on your jewelry wish list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave another video for you guys here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!